Deck building is one of the most important skills in the Pokemon trading card game. When looking at the available card pool, players must determine which 60 cards they believe to be the best, and then simply purchase those cards online to build their deck or go to their local card shop. But what if you didn't have the ability to buy any card you wanted to add to your deck? What if you could only play with the cards that you, yourself, actually pulled from a booster pack? In this series, myself, Pokemon TCG commentator Chip Ritchie, and my friend, world-class competitor Azul GG, will limit ourselves to splitting the packs from one single Pokemon TCG booster box. With the cards from those 18 packs, we will do our very best to construct a playable deck and then battle in a best-of-3 match. Then, each following episode, we will open up a new booster box, going in release order, to try our best to upgrade or change our decks. The loser of each episode will get a small consolation prize of a booster bundle to open up for the next episode to give them a better shot to improve their deck for next time. Now get ready to enjoy the Pokemon Evolution series. In the previous episode, Azul's Pity Packs totally changed the landscape of this series as he pulled a Charizard EX of his own. This, in combination with the Ninetales from Obsidian Flames, would prove to be too much for my setup-based Stage 2 deck to handle, and Azul tied our series up 2-2. In this episode, we will be opening up a booster box of Paradox Rift. This set introduced future and ancient cards to the Pokemon TCG. There are powerful basic Pokemon such as Roaring Moon EX, Iron Valiant EX, and of course the dreaded Iron Hands EX. This set also reintroduces technical machines to the TCG for the first time in years. Many of the cards in this expansion have seen high levels of competitive success, with Iron Hands EX leading that charge, having been used to win 2 out of the 3 international championships that have taken place ever since its initial release. Just pulling any one of these powerful basic Pokemon, or any of the multiple powerful trainer cards in this set, could totally change our strategies in this series. Let's see what this set yields us, but not before one final trip down memory lane with my 151 Pity Packs. So it is time for Paradox Rift. This set is going to be absolutely massive. There's so much potential here for what we could pull that would be really strong for our decks here in the Evolution series. But before I get into the new sets, I do get a few Pity Packs of 151. I'm going to get 6 packs here, and really the main thing I'm looking for is going to be Charmander. I've got a couple Charizard. I've only got one Charmander. To be honest, I don't really know if I'm gonna stick with my Stage 2 Fire type deck, because Azul has such a thick Ninetales line. It's low-key oppressive putting low HP Pokemon in play, trying to evolve them. I may have to pivot back to some sort of basic strategy. So I guess here, Charmander, and then Mew EX. Mew EX would be nice as well. Let's see if we can get any of those. I've got 6 packs here, and oh! Okay, well, I do get the Secret Illustration Rare Venusaur EX. Didn't I pull the Secret Illustration Rare Ivysaur as well? So I'm assuming if I've got a Bulbasaur, I could technically use this. It is a grass type. That does hit Charizard EX for weakness. The problem is it actually doesn't even knock out Charizard EX because it only deals 150 damage times 2. Even with the poison that it would add on, it's not enough to knock out a Charizard. Yeah, I mean, while this is a great looking pull, not sure how strong it will be. And also, worth noting, there were no Charmander in that pack. Ooh, but let's see if we can get a Charmander here. We got Ekans. Ooh, it's Vulpix. To be honest, if I had bought this bundle in store, I would be pretty pleased because I got the Venusaur, but for our purposes here, a common card is all I'm looking for, and it's not helping out. I do find the Ditto. I think I have a Ditto already. I know Azul used Ditto in the last episode. I'm not sure that it's really worth the spot, to be honest. Could be okay. It makes maybe a little bit more sense in his deck because he's got a couple free retreat Pokemon so he could get into it turn 1. I've only got the Cleffa, so I don't know that it makes the most sense in my deck. Ooh, there's a basic Fire type reverse holo. Let's see it. Charmander. Yes, let's go. And a Jinx EX. Didn't I get a Jinx EX in the last one? Maybe Azul got a Jinx EX. I don't remember. There we go. A Charmander reverse holo. That is worth celebrating. Also another Ditto. I could just get a full-on Ditto deck going at this point. Probably not going to be very good. Now that I've gotten a Charmander, it's really just 2 more shots at a Mew EX here. That's what we're looking for. Big Air Balloon and a Beedrill. I did use the Big Air Balloon last time. Not really sure how strong that is, but I did use it. I did use it. And one more Pity Pack here. You know what? Another Charmander wouldn't be terrible. Oh, Vulpix. Vulpix is the ultimate troll of this set for me, to be honest. And last card, it is an Electrode. So we do end up getting a Charmander. We do get the Venusaur. Probably not going to be using that guy. We've got this. That's what we care about. Charmander. Let's go. And now it is time for the main event, the booster box of Paradox Rift. I think the big thing I'm looking for here is Iron Hands EX. I've already got lightning type support from Scarlet and Violet base set. There is also a metal type Skeledirge EX that would be interesting. It does synergize well with my already existing Skeledirge deck, but I don't know how strong those low HP evolving Pokemon really are gonna be, like I said, with Azul's Ninetales coming after me. So I'm gonna take the right side of the booster box. Here we go, first one coming up. I've had some pretty good luck in the first pack in this series, namely in Obsidian Flames, where I was able to pull in my very first pack that Secret Illustration Rare Charizard EX. See if we get some similar luck. Iron Bundle, that's actually a pretty decent card to have access to. Hyper Blower can like let me move Azul's active Pokemon around. That could be nice. Future Booster Energy Capsule could be really strong if I get some strong future Pokemon to work with. And the Golisopod on the end. I didn't even mention the Larry, but I guess this is technically something I could use as well. It is another way to search for Pokemon. Flip a coin, if heads, search my deck for 2 Pokemon, reveal them and put them in my hand, and then if tails, just search for a basic Pokemon. So a little bit of a coin flip, but you always get something at least. You're guaranteed to get something, and being able to search for 2 Pokemon could be really strong if I'm trying to continue with an evolution strategy. We got a Rika, that's another supporter card option, a Professor Sada, that could be huge, a Jirachi. Turns out that card does not stop Ninetales. That would be nice if it did, but yeah, Sada is the big hit here for sure. If I can get some strong ancient Pokemon, this could be massive. Oh, we got something, a Ferrothorn Illustration Rare, and the Groudon. Not gonna be super good. This card's actually been played like in Standard a little bit with Lost Box, but the Ferrothorn is really cool, but probably not gonna make an appearance. I guess the supporters and the trainers in this set like are okay. We've got Rika potentially as an option. I think a Professor Turo's Scenario would be a pretty nice pull at some point as well. Hopefully in 18 packs we can get at least one. Minior is something. Tulip for some recovery if I ever play a Psychic deck. That could be decent if I ever went that route. We've got a Technical Machine Devolution. This actually could be really good. I don't have very many ways to deal with Azul's Pidgeot EX, but if I can TM Devo, remove it, force him to find another rare candy, that really could be the difference maker to like buy me some turns. Shuntal, flip a coin, if heads, switch one of your opponent's benched Pokemon to the active spot. If tails, switch your active Pokemon with one of your benched Pokemon. Honestly, I have a feeling I will probably play this card because Azul has 2 Boss, I only have 1. He also has Palpad, I don't have that. Oh, and I look like I got something. A Frostlass EX. Now, not the best thing I could have gotten. I don't have that much water stuff, I don't think, if I'm remembering right. It is a grass type Pokemon, so again, it can hit Charizard for weakness. Its ability means that it only gives up 1 prize card, so that is kind of nice. This card is like okay. I doubt I would play it. Maybe if I got another Frostlass EX, I would consider it, but as of now, I'd say probably not. Another Fuecoco, okay. Mela, that could be interesting if we stick with a fire deck. Garganacl's kind of cool because it's like healing and energy acceleration, but yeah, the Mela could be really nice here. Energy acceleration, if something was knocked out, I can attach a basic fire energy from my discard pile to one of my Pokemon, and then also draw until I have 6 cards in my hand. So it's like energy acceleration plus draw. If I stick with a fire deck, Mela would be a really good one. Still none of the like big, strong, basic EXs. I would even take like Roaring Moon EX. That would be really strong, obviously. I think like Iron Valiant EX would be worth considering. Technical Machine Evolution is pretty good. I do have Arven in my deck, so if I can find it early, I can find the TM Evo, I can get my Pokemon evolved and maybe take them out of range of Ninetales on Azul's side. That's really what the theme of this video is gonna be for me, is like figuring out how I can counter the oppression of Ninetales, to be honest. Ooh, I think I saw something in the back here. Did I? I think I do. Oh, okay. Sandy Shocks EX. That's not too bad. I do have some fighting stuff, so this is something I could potentially work with. Magnetic Absorption gives you a way to get some extra energy cards into play. I've got the Professor Sada already, but I don't think I've gotten an Ancient Booster Energy Capsule. I would not mind finding that. There is an Armarouge EX actually in this set, so that is something else to consider. If I get a lot of really good fire stuff, I may have to just stick with my fire deck. We'll see. Another TM Evo, okay, hold up. And a Porygon Z. Once during your turn, you may flip a coin. If heads, attach up to 4 basic energy cards from your discard pile to this Pokemon. If tails, discard an energy from this Pokemon. So that could be a nice way to like build up an attacker on the bench. I don't know if I have any Porygon or anything like that though. The Lipard here, Dishonest Swap. Move all damage counters from one of your benched Pokemon to your opponent's active Pokemon. That's actually kind of cool. Could be a way for me to heal one of my big Skeledirge EXs. Maybe we can get a Lipard Skeledirge strategy going. Okay, we do see the Defiance Vest, a Turbo Energized TM, and a Mousehold EX. Man, man, my EXs are rough in this one. Solidarity is the ability, if this Pokemon is in the active spot and is damaged by an attack from your opponent's Pokemon, put 3 damage counters on the attacking Pokemon for each of your Tandemaus and Maushold and Maushold EX in play. Yeah, I mean, this is just never gonna stand up to Charizard on Azul's side. This is looking kind of rough, to be honest. I really was hoping to get Iron Hands. That really is the main thing I wanted here. I do get the Chi-Yu, which could be a decent option for the fire deck, energy acceleration, and then also like a strong revenge type attacker. As a 1-prize Pokemon, it can hit for enough damage to KO Ninetales, and it's got 110 HP, which is nice. I think I see something back there. Oh, I think it's a Roaring Moon. Oh no, it's not a Roaring Moon. Oh my gosh, I see it. I'm just gonna skip to it. It's Frostlass. It's Frostlass. I don't even know actually if I have any Snorunt, to be honest. This could just be really bad for me, honestly. I do get the Techno Radar, which if I had some future Pokemon, that could be pretty nice. I've got 2 Frostlass EX now. Do I have any Snorunt, I guess is the question. Does not look like I've gotten a Snorunt even. That is rough, wow. So I've got no Roaring Moon EX, no Iron Hands EX, and no Snorunt, and I've got 3 packs left. So this is looking bad. I should have picked the other side of the box. Azul is gonna get some insane pulls out of the other side of the box. I can already feel it. Holy cow. Vanillite, a Slitherwing, okay. So we've got, I think, 3 of this guy now. Slitherwing, the art rare. It's not too bad of an attacker. I do have like a good bit of fighting stuff now. So maybe I can pivot back to a fighting deck. I did get the Sandy Shocks EX. So back to the fighting deck could be okay. Slitherwing wouldn't be too bad to deal with the Ninetales from Azul. It does damage itself really heavily, so that's kind of a bummer, but I could at least take out the Ninetales without being KO'd before I even get set up. Counter Catcher, that is massive. Okay, I totally forgot this card was in the set. This will let me like semi-match the Gust from Azul potentially. I can find it off of Arvin, research into it, and then still get a gusting effect. That could be really, really important for me, to be honest. This is my last pack. This is not looking great. No Ancient Booster Energy Capsule, I don't think. No good 2-prize attackers, really. So really one last shot here. The Luxurious Cape, Snorlax Doll, another Crocolore, and a Kingdra. Man, this one was rough. Don't know what I'm gonna do, to be honest. I really wanted to try to pivot away from my fire deck, but I got more Crocolores, which is nice. I got more Fuecoco, which could be nice as well. I'm gonna have to go look at my cards and figure out what I'm gonna do with the various options that I have here. This is gonna be tough. It's gonna be tough.
So Chip picked from the box first. Let's see what he left me. If you know me, you know I'm terrible remembering what is in sets. Honestly, I don't really know what is in this set. I think Garchomp would be a pretty good EX to hit though. Okay, I did get a Chantal. Not terrible. I mean, it's not effectively a Gust card, but it's also like a switch card, so it's kind of like, oh, Team Evolution. I don't remember that was in here. That is gonna be a really sick inclusion. I think I gotta include the Team Evolution. More ways to get your Evolution Pokemon get set up is a pretty big deal. And I am gonna go with a little bit of a switch up here, I think, with my build. Oh, I got the Turbo Energize as well. That could also be good, to be honest. Okay, hold up. We might be kind of cooking here. Toedscruel has a pretty powerful ability, but that's only if I know what Chip is going to be bringing. And I don't think he brought anything last time that Toedscruel would be like particularly good against. I don't think Chip is going to be dropping the Charizard build he was playing last time. So I'm expecting to go up against Charizard again here, and I might build accordingly. We'll see. Ooh, the TMD, this is what I wanted. That is what I wanted. I wanted a TMD evolution because I have the Palafins that do 30 to the active, 30 to the bench, and I wanted to make a Palafin TMD evolution deck. Yeah, I think I'm gonna pivot over to like a Palafin Baxcalibur deck, looking for like water stuff to potentially include in it. Sheesh, this has been, the Evos have been the coolest things I've hit so far, to be honest. Dude, okay, there we go. Iron Valiant EX. This could combo with building up damage and play in a snipe deck like the Palafin deck I'm gonna be building. I think I don't have enough switch cards to actually support this though, so I don't think the Iron Valiant EX is gonna make its way into my build. Defiance Vest could be cool. There's that Ancient Energy Booster Capsule, but nothing has stood out to me. The TMs have been the big hits so far. The TMs have been the big hits. Sheesh. Dude, this has been rough. I don't know if I should be expecting more or not, but so far, very unimpressed with what I pulled so far. Thankfully, I have quite the array of options with my other stuff. This Pokemon's in the active spot and is knocked out by damage from attack. Move up to 2 water energy from this Pokemon to one of your benched Pokemon. 60 plus 20 more for each water energy attached to this Pokemon. Ooh, I could use that in my water deck. Oh, another TM Turbo Energize. I don't know if I'll use the Turbo Energizes though at all, to be honest. I have a Baxcalibur. I don't know if I'm actually gonna use the Turbo Energize. The TM Evo and the TM Devo on the other hand. Ooh, we got a Tulip. Got the Sada, but I don't really have any ancient Pokemon. Let's read this Woke Trio real fast. When you place Pokemon from your hand to evolve one of your Pokemon during your turn, you may search your deck for up to 3 Pokemon tool cards, reveal them and put them to your hand, then shuffle your deck. Maybe I play this because then it finds my TM Evo, my TM Devo. Probably not though. Espathra is actually a pretty good Pokemon. When you play it from your hand to evolve one of your Pokemon during your opponent's next turn, prevent all damage and effects of attacks done to the Espathra. So it effectively gets like an invincibility shield for a turn. And we did just get the Tulip, and I forget what this does. Oh, any combination of 4 Psychic Pokemon and Psychic Energy and put them into your hand as a supporter from your discard pile. So not great unless I actually am able to eventually pivot over to my Gardevoir. I think I have 2 Gardevoir EX, but I don't have any Rolts. I think I'm still missing Rolts. Luxurious Cape, now that is a card that we could utilize. Plus 100 HP. We do give up 1 more prize card, but making something really, really tanky to utilize it over multiple turns could be worth it. TM Blindside, 100 damage to one of our opponent's bench Pokemon. That does have damage counters on it. Otherwise, this thing would be kind of broken in this format. Ooh, the Iron Bundle. Can't go wrong with the Iron Bundle, to be honest. I'm a big Iron Bundle fan. Techno Radar. I don't think I have enough future Pokemon to ever consider that. We did get the Toxtricity EX, 260 HP for 3 lightning energy. Discard 3 lightning for this Pokemon to do 270. This is not quite powerful enough, I don't think. I actually didn't even really know this was a card. I forgot that was a card. Someone mentioned it to me the other day when I was streaming. I was like, what the heck? There's that Wiglet, so if I do want to include it, I can. We do have Jirachi to protect our bench for anyone who doesn't know. Oh, it's a basic Pokemon. I was gonna say this would be good against Ninetales that Chip ran and I ran. But the energy charge attack is not bad either. For a colorless energy, search your deck for up to 2 basic energy cards, reveal them and put them to your hand. Oh, I thought I put it on a Pokemon. All right, this card just kind of stinks. Never mind, I take it back. It's not good. And Xatu is really good though. Once in your turn, you may attach a basic psychic energy from your hand to one of your bench Pokemon. If you do, draw 2 cards. It's an energy acceleration, draw power card, but you need a lot of good psychic attackers, which I don't think I have, but maybe in the future, enough will come together where the Xatu could be something I utilize. All right, we're getting down to the end here. Just 3 packs left. Counter Catcher is a sick one though. Speaking of water Pokemon, we got a couple here. Seadra, that's nothing. Your opponent's going to have 40 HP or less. Remaining can't attack on the Vanillix, that's not great either. But the Gliscopod EX, is there something here? Let's see. Aqua Blade for 2 colors, it does 70, and then for water double colors, you do 170. Discard an energy from this Pokemon if you do switch it with one of your benched Pokemon. A little bit of hit and run action. You do have to discard an energy every single time though. Not sure about that. We did get some Wimpods, so I could run this if I wanted to. If I'm going that water deck route that I've been talking through this whole time we've been talking, I'm thinking I'm going like a water route. All right, so let's see what we got here. We got the Parasol Lady. Shuffle your hand into your deck and draw 4. If you go second as your first turn, you can shuffle your hand into your deck and draw 8. Not terrible. I'm not a huge fan of it. When you play this Pokemon from your hand to evolve one of your Pokemon during your turn, you may draw 3 cards. Not terrible once again, but not great. Earthen Vessel though, that is a good card. That's a good hit for, ooh, what do we get? Another Iron Valiant. So I have 2 Iron Valiants, and I do have Techno Radar, so I can find both my Iron Valiants, but then do I have enough switch cards to like utilize them? I don't know. We also got a Medical Energy here. Attach it to one of your Pokemon, and then heal 30 damage from that Pokemon. That could come in clutch, possibly. It is a colorless energy, so it's not great, of course. But yeah, the 2 Iron Valiants, definitely in the future, that could lead to a pretty cool combination in a deck. And with the TM Devo, I am thinking about a little bit with the TM Devo. I'm like, with TM Devo, Iron Valiants spread a little damage, TM Devo the squad, there could be something there. Maybe that'll make its way into my final build. I'll have to cook after I'm finished opening these packs, but this is the last one here. Professor Churrosynero, that is a powerful supporter card. And another Espathra, but the problem with the Espathras is 1, I don't even know if I have any Flittle, and 2, Psychic Energy Acceleration is something that the deck needs, and I think I am currently lacking. All right, that is my pulls. I'm gonna go ahead and build this deck. I'm gonna see what I come up with. Like I said, I'm probably gonna be pivoting into some kind of Palafin build with some snipe attacking. The TM Diva will be great for that. Maybe I get the Iron Valiants involved. I don't think I have enough switch cards to really warrant that yet, but having 2 Iron Valiants for the future could definitely lead to some cool builds. I'll be back.
Just wanted to pop in real quick and say thank you so much for watching this video. And if you're enjoying yourself, please consider subscribing. It would really help us out a bunch. And if you want to show a little extra support, you can do so by becoming a channel member down below. And a perk of being a channel member will allow you to get access to these videos a little early, getting you a chance to see them before anyone else. Now back to the video.
So I have completely pivoted. I might seem a little bit crazy because Charizard is so powerful, but kept around some of our support Pokemon. I still have Aclef in here. I did go down to 1 because I need to create some room for energy. Once I started adding everything to this deck, I was like, wait, I have no energy in here. And I did end up going a Palafin route. A little bit nervous that the deck's not going to work out as well as I want, but I can always make my way back to Charizard if I have to. 201 Pidgeot, I don't think this is ever leaving. I still have the Mew EX for some extra draw support, and I think potentially a heavy hitter. If Chip stays on the Charizard route, the genome hacking to copy his Charizard in the late game might be a pretty big deal. I have a one of Rotom with the Junk Gun here. Put an item card from your discard pile into your hand. So I have a little bit of a control infinite resources type thing going on. And then I have a 4/4 Palafin here there. I'm kind of going with a spread deck since I got that TM Devo. The Finizen is unfortunately a split. I think I prefer to have the one with the Valiant Evolution, which switches it to the bench, and then you can search your deck for a card that evolves from it and put it on the Finizen. So I've got 4 Finizen, 2 of the 90 HP ones, which are a little bit worse, and then 2 of the 50 HP ones, and I got 4 Palafins here with the Jet Punch, 30 to the active, 30 to a bench Pokemon, and then the Justice Kick for 2 water energy. It does 210 damage. Now it does have to go from the bench to the active, but I have the pivots in the Cleffa and the Mew to be able to work with that, and the Pidgeot, of course. Plenty of mobility to take advantage of the Justice Kick, so it's a spread attack in the early game, can hit hard for the 210, and then I do have a 1/1/1 Baxcalibur line in here, and this is going to be the way I'm going to be able to charge up my Mew, as well as an Ice QEX to get rid of like big heavy threats or to get around them. The Scalding Block does 160 for 3 water, and you discard an energy from this Pokemon, so we can sit there and punch some big stage 2 EX for like over 2 turns to get through it. I also have a Hawlucha in here that leads into the spread strategy with the flying entry. 1 damage counter on 2 of your opponent's bench Pokemon. As far as the spread stuff goes, I've also added the Iron Treads EX with the triple laser, does 30 damage to 3 of your opponent's Pokemon. So I'm aiming to be more of a spread deck that has the ability of some heavy hitters and then like disruption with the Rotom. For the draw supporters, I have all the big ones from my previous build: Iono, Judge, 2 Youngster, and a Research. Still have the 2 Clavel, still have the Bill's Transfer, got the Jack in here as well. Daisy's Help, draw 2 cards, look at your face down prize cards, so the prize cards won't be as big of an effect. Now we don't get to take any of them or manipulate them with Daisy's Help, but we'll know where they are, so once we draw some knockouts, we'll be able to utilize them. The Arven actually would have comboed better in this deck if I had included TM Evo, which I didn't include because the only real thing that I need to aggressively TM Evo is like the Arctibax. If I had a Pidgeotto, I would have included the TM Evo, I think, but I don't have a Pidgeotto. But it does help me find some of my other tools that we'll get to here and eventually. I got a Boss's Orders, and then for some utility supporters, I've got a Turo Scenario, so I can reset anything. It does lose its energy, of course. And then I have a Penny, which specifically I'm going to use to like reset the Iron Treads or the Ice Cube, and is also kind of like a switch card or like get a liability out of play in the late game. I added an Erica's Invitation because we are kind of a trap Pokemon in the active and spread around them style deck. It is an effective gust card for trapping stuff. We'll see how this works. And with that idea of trapping stuff in the active in mind, I've added a Team Stargrunt, which puts an energy from our opponent's active Pokemon on top of their deck. Basically creates their top deck to be a dead draw, but more so if we trap something in the active with like 2 retreat cost and Chip's going to like manually retreat it, attach once, I get rid of that energy, and then now he's 2 more turns away from actually being able to move that active Pokemon. For the Pokemon search cards, I still got my Ultra Balls and Great Balls for items, 3 rare candy for the backs and the Pidge. Went with 2 Super Rod for recovery still. I did get a counter catcher, which I think is a big deal and one of the main reasons I'm going down this line of strategy. I still have the 1 Pokemon catcher for a little bit more aggressive of Gust, but of course it is a flip. Earthen Vessel, just fine energy cards, of course. Superior Energy Retrieval, a way to like heavily recover energy, specifically for the Iron Treads, the Ice Cube, or the Mew. Palpad recovers my supporters, and obviously combos really well with the Rotom, basically giving me like infinite supporters, kind of. I can just use Rotom to recover Palpad infinitely. I can use Super Rod to recover the Rotom if my Rotom gets knocked out. Then I can use the Rotom to recover the Super Rod and the Palpad. So I theoretically have like infinite resources through the 1 Rotom, but do I have time to use those resources is the question. Bravery Charm, I want a bigger Iron Treads or an Ice Cube or even on the Mew EX. Also can protect my Pidgey in the early game against Chip's Ninetales. Luxurious Cape is kind of the same thing, but this specifically I thought would be decent in here to make Palafin an effective 250 HP Pokemon. And then the big card of the deck, the TM Devo, the thing that I'm hoping makes this whole thing run. We spread with the Palafin, Hawlucha, Iron Treads, and then we TM Devo for a board wipe. Maybe we don't win the game in 1 turn, but hopefully that sets us up for victory. And then I have 8 basic water here to close it all out. I guess one other cool play that I didn't mention that I'm like looking forward to using is Penny and Turo comboed with Hawlucha to get like aggressive spread turn happening. Like if we're on a board state where Chip thinks he's got me locked up, go Hawlucha, Penny, Hawlucha, use Hawlucha again, plus TM Devo for like some kind of board wipe style play. So I'm doing a pretty big pivot here. It's a little bit risky. It's hard to get better than a Charizard EX, to be honest, but I wanted to challenge myself a little bit to try and come up with the best form of a different style of build. Now the only thing left to do is to figure out, is it enough to defeat whatever Chip came up with?
Now get out, no peeking. Yeah, shut the door. Bro, you're gonna listen.
I can't hear.
So I'm really not sure how to feel about what I have decided to do here. This is called a full pivot. We are moving completely away from what I've got, even though I got a Charmander, and we're doing this. This is honestly kind of disgusting. It is quite a mess, but Ninetales from Azul is just so oppressive. I actually did consider just doing my own Charizard Ninetales deck because I have a 4-2 Ninetales line. I think he has a 4-3 Ninetales line. The problem with that is that he has Pidgeot. So if we just did a complete mirror match, 1, it would be kind of boring. 2, he would just outpace me just generally because his deck is better, more consistent. So what I'm trying to do here is I've just got Pokemon that are aggressive, can hit really hard, really quickly, one prizers that can knock out Ninetales. They will get knocked out in return because they damage themselves when they attack, but I've got big, high HP, basic Pokemon that can knock out Ninetales, of course, that Azul may have a harder time dealing with early on with his Charizard EX. So hoping to get 3 to 4 prizes from my EXs, you know, 1 to 2 prizes from these 1 prize guys, and we're going from there. I've also removed the Revavroom from my deck completely, and I'm going for the 2/2 Pelipper to work with. It does have 2 retreat, which makes things awkward because if he bosses up Pelipper, he can just Ninetales snipe around them. So I will probably have to be a little mindful about when Pelipper comes into play, but its Hearsay ability is really strong. It can grab me a supporter card from my deck or from my discard pile. So I can reuse supporters like Boss's Orders that I only have 1 of, or I can go fetch out a key disruption supporter at the right time, like a Judge, or maybe I've got something prized. I can go get Daisy's help to help me find out what I have prized. But yeah, I've got the Miraidon in here with the Thundurus in order to get a little bit of consistency search there. Thundurus can one-hit KO Pidgeot EX, which is pretty nice. I do have Boss. I've got the Shuntal in here. Sure, that's in here. I do have the Counter Catcher as well. This deck does feel like it's gonna be pretty aggressive generally, so I may not be able to use the Counter Catcher really much at all. I do also have a couple of the TMs in here and the 2 Luxurious Cape. What's nice about the Luxurious Cape is I can attack with Thundurus or Slitherwing. They put 90 damage on themselves, both of them, when they attack. Thundurus here does Gigantic Bolt, 140 damage, and then 90 to itself, and Slitherwing, 120 damage with Burning Turbulence, and then 90 to itself, but your opponent's active Pokemon is also now burned. So they both effectively do the same thing, 140 damage and then 90 damage to themselves. But the math actually works out nicely with the Luxurious Cape because I can attack with these Pokemon, hit for enough damage to hopefully one-hit KO whatever is in Azul's active spot if it's a basic Pokemon, or set up a 2-hit knockout on a multi-prize Pokemon. I wouldn't normally be able to attack with it again, but if I slap a Luxurious Cape on it, it gives it enough HP that I can use a second attack. Now it would mean it gives up another prize card, but if I'm knocking out 2 single prize Pokemon, it's a favorable trade because it's like an even trade, but then I get the next attack, right? I do have the Kangaskhan EX in here, a little bit of a meme, could flip a bunch of coins with the Incessant Punching. We'll see exactly what happens there. And I've also got the new Sandy Shocks EX for late game energy acceleration. I do have the 1 Professor Sada in here. Rock Chestplate can go on either Koraidon or Sandy Shocks. And this is it. Total pivots, just big basics dot deck. We're gonna see if that's good enough. Hopefully Azul has kept with a similar enough strategy to Ninetales, because if he just removes Ninetales from his deck completely, I'm gonna feel a little silly that I've moved away from a really solid Skeledirge Charizard deck in order to do whatever this monstrosity is. So let's see what Azul's got going.
All right, Chip, here we are once again.
We're tied up 2-2, right? 2-2 in game.
2-2 tied up.
Someone will be ahead after this. How did Paradox Rift treat you?
Pretty good. I got the card I wanted. I wanted 1 card. I'll tell you, it's not a rare, but it is the card I wanted.
Counter Catcher or something, I guess, maybe? I don't know.
That's a good card. That is a good card.
Okay, but that's not what you were looking for, though. Hang on, I just need to do one thing real quick.
All right, go ahead. Gotta make sure you have 60, right?
Do you have people go out of their way to pile shuffle against you in tournaments because of your stance on pile shuffling?
No, I have people apologize for pile shuffling.
And then they just do it anyway?
Well, they apologize, like, oh, sorry, I just had to do it. Dude, it was really funny, though. I walked past one person once, and they were like, they were pile shuffling, and they saw me. I said what's up to them, because like, I know them, you know? Like, every event when I see them, I'll say what's up, and they're like, they said, Azul, don't worry, I don't normally pile shuffle, but my draws have been so clumpy lately. I was like, don't worry about it, bro.
Okay, Azul, would you like heads or tails?
I would like heads.
The flip is heads.
I will go second. I forget if that's what I've been choosing in the other ones, but I'm pretty sure it is.
That is what we both chose in the last episode.
I think you're going to be pretty surprised by my active Pokemon here.
You might be surprised by mine as well.
Oh, now we could have a really interesting game potentially. All right, Chip, you're going first.
Here we go. Good luck, Azul.
Uh-oh.
Oh. Very interesting. Okay, I'll draw for turn. We've got something going on here, don't we? Okay.
Things have changed.
Okay, I'll play Energy Search. Search my deck for a basic energy card, reveal it, and put it into my hand.
Unlucky. Did you not get any Earthen Vessel, Chip, from the new set?
Energy Search is still fine, okay? It's still fine.
It's not about how many energy you get, it's what you do with them, Chip. 90 to yourself. It's a pretty risky attack. You're, you're doing numbers.
Yeah. What's 140 times 2?
This thing is 90 HP, Chip. You can KO this with basically anything.
But what Pokemon in your deck?
It'll have more HP than that in this one. Wait.
Pidgeot?
I don't know if I played that card or not, actually. So you
more
added...
HP? How does it get more HP?
No, I didn't put the card I thought I had in there. I don't think I put it in.
Okay.
My Pidgeot will probably go down to a Thundurus.
Okay.
You're going to be able to keep Thundurus around long enough to...
It's true. That is the issue. So off the Energy Search, I will grab a basic Lightning Energy.
Sounds good.
Then I'll play Great Ball to look at the top 7 cards on my deck, reveal a Pokemon I find there, and put it into my hands. And I do get no Pokemon, so I will fail the Great Ball.
That is not what we're looking for here. Well, I'm fine with it.
I will attach a Lightning Energy for turn to Thundurus, and I will pass to you.
Okay, I'm a little scared. I only have 1 Pokemon right now, so if you do have another Lightning Energy on your next turn, I could be in trouble. Draw for turn, and I'll play Bill's Transfer.
Okay.
The top 8 cards of my deck. You may reveal any number of Pokemon you find there, and then add them to your hand.
Oh boy.
Yeah, I'm not gonna lie, it's not great. It is a lot of Pokemon.
Okay.
Not many basics. I will reveal 2 Palafin, an Arctibax, and a Hawlucha.
What happened to your deck?
It's evolved. It's improved, some would say.
You just needed a hero, huh? How do you have enough movement to move your Palafins around enough to just hit for 210 every turn?
Can you not do 150 damage with your deck, Chip?
Oh, you're just assuming I'm knocking it out?
I would hope so.
Oh, you promote Pidgeot, retreat. Okay, sure. So things have changed quite a bit, buddy.
Yes, they have. This is a unfortunate start, though, I will admit. I will then bench Hawlucha. I will use its flying entry ability for no effect as you have no bench Pokemon. Attach for turn to the Hawlucha. Pass it over to you.
Okay, that means I get to draw for turn. Pretty nice find there. I'll use Pokegear 3.0 to look at the top 7 cards of my deck, reveal a supporter card I find there, and put it into my hands. Okay, I will grab Iono, put it into my hand. You can stop shuffling your hand, buddy.
Okay.
you can stop shuffling your hand.
I'm not gonna lie, I wouldn't mind an Iona.
I don't doubt it. I will attach Lightning Energy for turn to Thundurus. I will bench my Iron Bundle.
Ooh.
Making sure I can't lose next turn. And then I'll go for the Gigantic Bolt. It deals 140 damage, and then I do 90 to myself. And then since you're weak to lightning, it's 280 damage.
That is unfortunate. I was looking for a backup Finizen to support my active Finizen, but oh well.
I'll take my prize card.
Send a Hawlucha and draw for turn. Speaking of backup Finizens.
Oh.
I will also attach for turn to my Finizen. I will retreat my Hawlucha to Finizen, play a Super Rod, recovering Finizen and the basic water energy to my deck.
Sounds like someone's playing a research.
And I'll end my turn by playing Iono. We both shuffle our hands, put them on the bottom of the deck, and then draw 6 cards.
I only get 5 because I have already taken a prize card, don't forget.
Very true, Chip.
Your last deck was so consistent, buddy.
The lack of Pokemon is unfortunate. I will Valiant Evolution, switch this Pokemon with one of your bench Pokemon. If you do, search your deck for a card that evolves from this Pokemon and put it onto this Pokemon to evolve it.
Okay.
Switch
you
to
get to go
Hawlucha.
get a Palafin. That's pretty good.
I will then fail the Valiant Evolution.
I'm confused.
Your turn, Chip.
Draw for turn. Why would you do that? There was a Palafin on the bottom of your deck. Put Town Store in play, and I will use the Town Store to search my deck for a Pokemon Tool card and put it into my hand. I do love it when a plan comes together. Exactly how I mapped this out. I will grab Luxurious Cape from my deck.
Big plays are happening.
I will then attach Luxurious Cape to my Thundurus. I'll use Iron Bundle's Hyper Blower, force you to send that up. I will bench a Slitherwing. I'll attach a basic fighting energy from my hand to the Slitherwing, and I will go for the Gigantic Bolt. 90 damage to myself, more than enough to knock you out.
Goodbye, Finizen.
And due to the 100 HP I gain from the Luxurious Cape, my Thundurus is not knocked out.
Very true. I'll draw for turn. A little bit late, but better late than never. I will go ahead and use your Town Store. Search my deck for a tool card.
I guess it makes sense why you didn't Valiant Evolution, because I would just have knocked out the Palafin for free, so I guess that makes sense.
You got it, Chip, you got it.
I figured it out.
Off of the Town Store, I will grab my own Luxurious Cape.
There it is.
I'm then going to go back into my deck with, a little bit late, but better late than never, the Clavel. Search your deck for 3 basic Pokemon with 120 HP or less. Put them into my hand. The return of the Finizens.
The squad is here.
Off of the Clavel, I'll grab myself 2 Finizen and a Pidgey. I'll then go ahead and bench the squad I have gathered, the Pidgey and both Finizen. I will attach the Luxurious Cape to my active Hawlucha, and then attach for turn to my Finizen with the 90 HP. And with that, Chip, I will pass over to you.
Okay, I will draw for turn, Azul. I'll use Town Store, search my deck for a Pokemon Tool card, put it in my hand.
Not Cape number 2, surely.
And off Town Store, I will grab Luxurious Cape number 2.
On second thoughts.
I'll attach Luxurious Cape to my benched Slitherwing. I'll bench a Thundurus.
Oh boy.
Attach an energy to my active Thundurus. I'm going to use Super Rod to shuffle back in my Iron Bundle.
But of course.
I'm going to bump the town store and put Artisan in play. I'll use the Artisan, search my deck for a basic Pokemon that does not have a rule box, getting out the Cleffa.
Ooh, okay. Chip's making moves here. Appreciate the Artisan though, I have to say.
Yep.
Definitely don't mind that one.
Double-edged sword. Then I will retreat Thundurus into Cleffa, and I will use Grasping Draw to draw until I have 7 in hand, so I'll draw 6 cards.
All right, sounds good, Chip. Over to me, I guess, then. I'll go ahead and draw for turn. I will evolve my Finizen to a Palafin.
Okay.
Attach a water energy for turn to my Hawlucha. Retreat my Hawlucha into my Palafin. Play Super Rod, recovering Finizen and 2 water energy.
Okay.
And then I will play Professor's Research, discarding my hand and drawing 7 cards.
There we go.
I will then play Great Ball, look at the top 7 cards on my deck, and taking any Pokemon I find there, putting it into my hand, I will grab the Pidgeot EX. I will then play Rare Candy,
Dude,
evolving my Pidgey into Pidgeot EX.
that's like so unreasonable.
I will then activate the Artisan Stadium to search my deck for a basic non-rule box Pokemon. I'll get the Finizen off of Artisan, and then I'll activate Quick Search from Pidgeot EX to grab any 1 card from my deck and put it into my hand. I will then play Counter Catcher to bring up your Slitherwing, and then I will use Jet Punch. 30 to your active, and then I'll put 30 on the Thundurus on the bench, and 2 prize cards thanks to your Luxurious Cape.
Pretty good turn, I do have to say. I will draw for turn. I'll use Artisan, search my deck for a basic Pokemon without a rule box, put it onto my bench. Off the Artisan, I'll grab a Wingull and put it onto my bench. I'll play Arven as my supporter for turn, search my deck for an item card and Pokemon tool card and put them into my hand. From the Arven, I will grab a Nest Ball and a Rock Chest Plate. Then I will play the Nest Ball that I grabbed, search my deck for a basic Pokemon and put it directly onto my bench. And the Pokemon I will grab will be Sandy Shocks EX.
Ooh, okay.
A newcomer.
Pretty tanky too with that tool card.
Yeah, still goes down to a couple Palafin though. And I'll use Sandy Shocks EX's Magnetic Absorption ability in order to search my discard pile for a basic fighting energy and put it onto the Sandy Shocks, since of course you have less than 4 prize cards remaining. I will put the Rock Chest Plate onto the Sandy Shocks EX. I'll attach for turn to my Slitherwing, and I'll go for the Burning Turbulence. Does 120 damage, you are now burned, and then I do 90 damage to myself.
Oh, we don't have the burn markers. There were some in the other case too.
I know, there's some. I've got a million around. Oh no. Tight quarters here, guys. Dude, how am I so tangled up? I didn't even realize. You can edit all that out, Pig. That's fine.
All right, I am burned. So if I get heads here, I will heal from the burn. If I get tails, I will still be burned.
Come on. There we go.
So I am still burned.
That is a tails, yep.
That is unfortunate. I did not want to remain burned here. All right, draw for turn. I'm gonna go ahead and use your Artisan, search my deck for a non-rule box Pokemon and put it onto my bench, and I will fail that.
Okay.
Sandy Shocks can attack turn to turn, right?
During your next turn, this Pokemon can't attack.
Yeah. I'll play Daisy's Help, draw 2 cards, and then look at your face down prize cards.
Okay.
Then I'll have a little peek here.
Little Daisy's Help.
One more time. Okay.
2 more times.
I will then use Quick Search. Search my deck for any 1 card and put it into my hand. Acquiring that one. Earthen Vessel.
Okay.
Discarding Clavel. Search my deck for 2 basic energy cards, and I will take 2 water energy.
Okay.
I will then attach for turn to a Finizen and use
Okay.
Jet Punch.
30 to my active and 30 to something on my bench.
And I will knock out your Cleffa,
Yeah, sounds good.
getting me a prize card. And then I do get KO'd by burn, no need to flip.
Nice.
And I will promote my Finizen without any energy.
And I will take a prize card. And then I will draw for turn. I will use Artisan to search my deck for a basic Pokemon that doesn't have a rule box, putting it onto my bench. From the Artisan, I will grab another Wingull, put it into play.
The squad.
I'll evolve my other Wingull into Pelipper and use its Hearsay ability. When I play this Pokemon from my hand to evolve one of my Pokemon, I can search my deck for a supporter card or search my discard pile for a supporter card and put it into my hand. And I will grab the Iono.
Ooh. I have a feeling you're going to play the Iono this time.
Probably.
Kind of a waste of a Pelipper to not.
I will bench Slitherwing. I will attach a lightning energy for turn to my Sandy Shocks EX. I'll attach Technical Machine Devolution to my Pelipper.
Ooh.
Then I will play Iono. Each player shuffles their hand, puts it on the bottom of their deck, and draws a card for each of their remaining prize cards. I get 3, you also get 3. It's not too bad, not too bad. Then I will go for the Burning Turbulence, 120 damage for the knockout, and my Slitherwing does get knocked out, but
I only draw one.
It's not a knockout by you, you only get 1 prize card. I will promote Pelipper, Technical Machine, Devo gets discarded, and I will draw my prize.
Same. I will draw for turn. I'll go ahead and use your Artisan, search my deck for a non-rule box basic Pokemon and put it onto my bench. I'll grab a Frigibax.
You didn't have a Chien Pao, did you? I don't think you did.
I will then play an Ultra Ball, discarding a Rare Candy and a Technical Machine De-Evolution.
You
to
got
grab
one
myself
too, huh?
a Palafin.
Okay. I was so excited when I pulled the TM Devo. I was like, I can combat Pidgeot somehow.
I will then evolve my Finizen to a Palavin, bench my Mew EX, attach for turn to my Pidgeot EX, and then use the restart on the Mew EX to draw 3 cards.
Okay.
From there, I'll activate Pidgeot EX's Quick Search, searching my deck for any 1 card and putting it into my hand. I will then play Turo Scenario to pick up my Hawlucha, discarding the Luxurious Cape.
Okay.
And retreat into my Palafin, then using Jet Punch to do 30 to your active, and I'll put 30 on your benched Wingull.
Okay. I will draw for turn. I'll use Sandy Shocks EX's Magnetic Absorption to attach an energy from my discard pile to it. I'll use Artisan here. From the Artisan, I'll grab Iron Bundle and put it onto my bench. I'll attach an energy card for turn to Pelipper, a nice and shiny fighting energy from my Pity Packs. And Azul, I will pass to you.
All right, sounds good, Chip. I will draw for turn. Bench Hawlucha, using the flying entry to ping 10 damage to your Wingull, and I'll also put 10 over onto your Slitherwing.
Dude, I'm so dumb.
Gosh. Bench Iron Treads EX.
He's back from episode 1!
Attach for turn to the Iron Treads EX.
Holy cow.
Utilize Muse Restart to draw a single card, and then I will use Quick Search from my Pidgeot EX.
So you're going for like a spread deck or something here. Okay.
Search my deck for any 1 card and put it into my hand. I will then Boss's Orders up your Slitherwing.
Yeah.
And then I will Jet Punch to do 30 to the Slitherwing, and I will knock out your Wingull in the process.
I'll draw for turn. God, I'm so stupid. What? I'm just dumb, man. 3 prize for no reason. Got stupid Pelipper in my hand. I knew you had the Hawlucha. I knew you had it. It was like, yeah, I don't want to bench it though. Why would I? Or evolve it, why would I? I'll attach for turn to my Slitherwing. I'll play Ultra Ball, discarding Pelipper and a basic fighting energy. From the Ultra Ball, I will grab Koraidon EX and put it into my hand.
Ooh, okay.
I'll bench the Koraidon EX, and then I'll play Professor's Research, discarding my hand to draw 7 new cards. I'll play Energy Search, search my deck for an energy, put it in my hand. Oh man, I'm just like 1 short of everything I need to try to close. Can I attack and use Dino Cry both at the end of my turn?
No.
That was my 1 win con, I think. I'll fail the Energy Search. I will just end my turn with Dino Cry, searching my discard pile for 2 basic fighting energy and attaching them to my basic fighting Pokemon in any way that I like. And I will put them both on my active Slitherwing.
All right, sounds good, Chip. I'll draw for turn. I don't think I can win this turn, but I'll get as close as I possibly can.
Resistance on Mew is not fun. Not gonna lie, I didn't realize that until like last turn. When you benched it, I was like, oh, I can KO that.
Oh.
Then I thought through it, I was like, oh wait, no, I can't KO that.
I will play Palpad to recover Boss's Orders.
Okay.
And Penny. I will then use Quick Search, search my deck for any 1 card.
43 minutes for game 1.
Oh my gosh. I bet it gets cut down a lot.
Yeah, of course.
I'll grab that one.
What was it?
You'll find out shortly.
Oh no.
And I'll play Judge. We both shuffle our hands into our deck, and then we each draw 4 cards.
Better Judge than an Iono, I will say. I guess you didn't want to give yourself just 1 card.
Here's my 4.
And here is my 4.
Attach for turn to my Pidgeot EX, and then use Jet Punch to do 30 to your active, and then I'll put 30 damage on your Thundurus.
I will draw for turn. Yep, and with the knowledge that you just put back Boss's Orders, I think it feels pretty unlikely that I can close this one out. I guess one thing I could do...
Let him cook.
I'll play Great Ball, look at the top 7, find a Pokemon, put it in my hand, grab another Slitherwing, put it into my hand.
The squad.
Do have the squad. This could work. This could work. I'll Boss's Orders to bring up your Iron Treads. I will retreat my Slitherwing, 3 retreat cost, into my Sandy Shocks EX. Then I will attach for turn to Thunderous. I will Magnetic Absorption to attach another energy to Sandy Shocks. And I will go for the Earthen Spike, 200 damage to your Iron Treads EX. Cannot play Penny and Boss in the same turn, so this is what I gotta go for.
This is true. All right, I'll draw for turn, then use Quick Search.
You're playing a little too quickly for my liking.
I think you're safe this turn, Chip.
Oh, let's go! I live to fight another day! This is a ridiculous game.
Search my deck for any one card.
Yep.
Put it to my hand.
This is what the Evolution series is all about, man. We got Pelipper, Slitherwing, Thunderous facing down against Palafin, Hawlucha, and Iron Treads EX.
I'll then play the Penny, as predicted, pick up my Iron Treads EX,
Okay.
promote my Mew EX. I will attach for turn to Palafin. I'll then use Artisan, search my deck for any Pokemon without a rule box, and put it onto my bench, and I'll grab Finizen.
Okay.
I'll then retreat my Mew EX to Palafin. Let's just go with the Justice Kick here. Smack him for
180.
180.
Okay. And I will draw for turn. Okay. I have a win condition.
All right.
We'll see if I can get it. Does feel pretty unlikely. I'll use the Iron Bundle, Hyper Blower.
I'll go ahead and send up my Hawlucha.
I'll use Artisan, search my deck for basic Pokemon without a rule box and put it onto my bench. It's possible. All right, I'll bench Ditto from the Artisan. I will use Ultra Ball, discarding Slitherwing and Professor Sada, searching my deck for a Pokemon.
So you really do have like an ancient deck going on here.
A little bit.
That is kind of cool.
It is my only Sada.
Yeah. One's better than none.
You're gonna laugh when you see this card. Can you predict what this card is?
No.
I will Ultra Ball for Kangaskhan EX.
Hey, I heard actually Andrew Mahone was a fan of this card in Terrapagos.
Terrapagos, it's broken. And I will play Judge. We both shuffle our hands into the deck. We each draw 4 cards. This is crazy, man. A crazy, crazy game.
I'll get my 4.
Do you want to cut?
I'm good, Chip.
Okay,
Go ahead.
I'll draw 4 cards.
That good, huh?
No.
I have a feeling your win condition was sending us to sudden death.
Probably. New win condition though, I will retreat my active into Koraidon EX. You're not guaranteed to win right away. You probably will, but not guaranteed. And I will use Dino Cry to end my turn and attach 2 basic fighting energy from my discard pile to my Koraidon EX.
All right, sounds good, Chip. I will draw for turn. And I don't think I can win on this turn.
What is this game?
I was a little scared of sending out my Mew EX, but maybe that should have been my push for the potential pivot here.
What a game, man.
I will use Pidgeot's Quick Search, search my deck for any one card, adding this card to my hand.
Okay.
Cut if you wish, Chip. I will then
I wouldn't dare.
evolve a Finizen to a Palafin, play Boss's Orders on your Slitherwing.
You are a rat.
And I will pass my turn over to you, Chip.
That's a bummer. I'll draw for turn. Okay, what do we do now then? My win conditions are failing fast, friend. I'll use Pokegear 3.0 to look at the top 7 cards on my deck, reveal a supporter I find there and put it into my hand. Just gotta take stock of what's in here. Dude, this is like so crazy, so sick.
Yeah, man, it's crazy. It's wild.
You're just not a fan like I am, man. You just don't understand. Feel free to cut.
You're good, Chip.
I'm gonna attach TM Turbo Energize to my active.
Ooh.
I'm gonna play Counter Catcher to bring up the Palafin. I'll play Professor's Research to discard my hand and draw 7 cards, all but the bottom card of my deck.
Okay.
Okay, thank goodness. I'm gonna attach an energy for turn to my active. I'll play Super Rod to shuffle 3 in any combination of Pokemon and energy from my discard pile into my deck. Shuffle in 3 basic energy cards. So those 3 going in. I'll use Dino Cry to end my turn and attach a basic fighting energy from my discard pile to my active Slitherwing, discarding the Turbo Energize.
Sounds good, Chip. I will draw for turn. Things might still be interesting here. We'll see. Arvin, search my deck for a tool card and an item card.
Just so you know, like if you somehow lose this game, it is 1000% your own fault.
I did throw earlier in the game. Grabbing Bravery Charm and a Superior Energy Retrieval.
Oh man.
I'll then go back into my deck with the Quick Search from the Pidgeot EX, searching my deck for any one card.
Okay.
Add this one to my hand. I will then Rare Candy, Frigibax, into Excalibur. Attach a Bravery Charm to my Mew EX. Play Superior Energy Retrieval, discarding Cleffa and a Palafin.
What a combo turn.
Recovering up to 4 basic energy from my discard pile. There's only 1, so I'll grab that, use Excalibur Super Cold to throw it to my active, and then use the Restart of Mew to draw 2 cards, and I will Super Cold again, retreat, and Blustery Wind with the Pidgeot X for the KO.
GG. Man, that was a heck of a game. Holy cow. So we both went for a full pivot, huh? Iron Treads spread over here from this guy.
Hey, Palafin is the main star.
Okay.
There's way more Palafins than Iron Treads.
Did you not play your super art rare Iron Treads, or did you put both of them?
I left the other one out.
What?
I only need 1 Treads.
Yeah, but why not play the super cool looking one?
He's not that cool looking.
What? Shots fired. All right, Azul, well, moving into this next game. With the style of my deck, I am going to choose to go first.
We'll see how that plays out. I think it makes sense. You are an aggressive build here. You need to get that early prize trade advantage. Although I will thank you for my turn 1 Clavel.
What turn did you get Clavel last game?
3.
Okay.
Are you sure you want to be talking right now, Chip?
We'll see when you see
you're
your
tempting the fates. Is it raining outside?
Yeah, there's like a big hurricane coming. Hopefully it doesn't pick up on the microphones. Drawn 7, you're drawn 7. I'm going first.
I did get a mulligan.
Okay, I'll take a mulligan.
But I'm okay because there's no Clavel here.
Ooh, we do see. I know you got the Arctibax. Didn't see him last time. Actually, maybe did you Ultra Ball him away? Maybe. Yeah. I'll take my mulligan.
Let's get it.
Good luck. I will draw for turn. I'll attach an energy for turn to my active Thundurus, bench a Wingull, and Azul I will pass to you.
All right, sounds good. I will draw for turn. I'll start my turn with an Erica's Invitation. Look at your hand, take any basic Pokemon I find there, and put it onto your bench.
Should have benched it.
I will take your Thundurus there, Chip.
That's pretty annoying, honestly.
Not for me. I will bench a Phineas'in, attach to my active Phineas'in, and then Valiant Evolution.
Okay.
It switches to the bench, and then I get to search my deck for a Pokemon that evolves from Phineas'in, and I will grab a Palafin.
Why the heck do you play Erica's Invitation, man? Like, what are we doing? I was playing a stage 2 deck last time. Why are we playing Erica's Invitation? So ridiculous. I'll draw for turn. I'll start my turn by playing Pokegear 3.0 to look at the top 7 cards, reveal a supporter I find there, put it into my hands. I will take Professor's Research and put it into my hand. I'll play Ultra Ball, discarding 2 cards from my hand. Be getting rid of 2 basic fighting energy. Search my deck for a Pokemon, put it into my hand. Off of the Ultra Ball, I'll grab Kangaskhan EX and put it onto my bench.
Here it comes.
Here he comes.
We need some time.
Maybe less time than you think.
Uh-oh.
I'll attach Turbo Energize to my active, and then I'll play Professor's Research, discarding my boss's orders, drawing 7 new cards. It's almost a whiff, but I will play the Energy Search. Search my deck for an energy card and put it into my hand, a basic energy card. I'll attach a basic lightning energy to my active Thundurus, and then I will go for the Turbo Energize to search my deck for 2 basic energy cards and attach them to my benched Pokemon in any way that I like. I'll grab 2 basic fighting energies and put them onto Kangaskhan EX.
Draw for turn. Uh-oh. Things are not looking as planned. I'll go and attach a water energy to my Phineas'in, and I'll have to pass.
Okay, I have to discard the TM Turbo Energize, and I don't mind hearing the pass, so I will draw for turn. I'll use Pokegear 3.0 to look at the top 7 cards, looking for a supporter to put in my hand. I do whiff the Pokegear. I will then play Rhyme to draw 3 cards, switch your bench Pokemon to the active. Did not work out according to plan. Would have been really good though. And Azul, I will just have to pass to you.
I need a little bit of time here, Chip. Thanks for giving me at least 1 turn. Draw. Clavel off the top.
What turn?
3. At least he's consistent. Clavel, searching my deck for 3 non-rule box Pokemon with 120 HP or less. And I'm gonna get some familiar faces here. Maybe it is the Finn. Broken Brody. Don't put that in, pig. Cut that. Or bleep it.
Or add in the nose blow sound effect.
Oh yeah. Yes, yeah, that'd be perfect. And off of the Clavel, I will grab a Pidgey, a Frigibax, and a Phineas'in.
You got it, buddy.
I'll go ahead and bench my newfound squad, the Frigibax, the Pidgey, and the Phineas'in. And I will end my turn by using Jet Punch to put 30 damage onto your active Thundurus, and I also put 30 damage onto your Kangaskhan.
Now, you may think you're putting damage onto my bench, But Thunderous's ability
All right,
says,
30 damage to your active.
as long as this Pokemon is in the active spot, prevent all damage done to your bench Pokemon by attacks from your opponent's Pokemon. So 30 to the active.
My goodness. The unintended counter, Chip? I forgot about its ability.
I know,
That's so funny.
I forgot about it until halfway through the last game.
We didn't do it in the last game, did we?
No.
Oh, okay. I literally put it in one of my Miraidon decks recently, and I was like, oh, this is kind of cool against Kyurem.
Oh, that is kind of cool against Kyurem.
Yeah.
I will use Arven to search my deck for an item card and a Pokemon tool, reveal them, put them in my hand.
Sounds kind of mid, but we'll see what you grab.
Well, it's what we got to do whenever you don't have an energy card in your hand, so you can get energy search. And we'll go with the luxurious cape. It's kind of raining hard outside.
Yeah.
All that shuffling for me to go back into my deck with energy search. So I'll play energy search off the Arven and search my deck for basic energy, put it into my hand.
Interesting choice, but we'll see how it goes.
I'll grab the basic lightning energy. And while you did get a Clavel last turn, it was your top deck, so you still probably don't have too much going on. I'll grab my energy, I'll attach to the active. I will also attach a luxurious cape to my Thundurus, so it doesn't knock itself out, and maybe get a couple uses from it. And we'll go for the gigantic bolt for 280 damage, 90 damage to myself. Take
All
my
right.
prize.
Sounds good, Chip.
Dude, there's no way you just have rare candy.
I will
Pidgeot
promote
in your
my
hands.
Pidgey.
Dude, that's just unreasonable.
Then I will candy my Pidgey into a Pidgeot.
That's just like
EX.
so ridiculous. Like that is just not okay. It's not okay at all. Doing everything I can to keep up with this thing, man.
I will then use Pidgeot's Quick Search my deck for any one card, and add it to my hand.
Sure thing.
Quick Search, grab any one card, adding it to my hand. I will then play a Superior Energy Retrieval, discarding Ice Cube EX and a Luxurious Cape.
Excuse me?
To recover a Water Energy.
I'm gonna take a look at this fellow real quick.
Go ahead.
Remind myself exactly what happens here. The defending Pokemon can't attack. That card seems terrible.
We'll see how your Kangaskhan feels after it gets punched by my Q.
It's in the discard pile.
I play Super Rod.
Okay.
I'll attach for turn to my other Finiazin and then play Professor's Research to draw 7 cards.
So what did you top deck the research then, I guess? Or do a quick search for the research. Okay.
You maybe got there. I'm not going to leak anything. You maybe got there. I will then play Great Ball, looking at the top 7 cards on my deck, taking any Pokemon I find there and adding it to my hand, and I will grab Baxcalibur.
If you drew another rare candy, I might freak out. I'm losing it, buddy.
I will then evolve my Frigibax into Arctibax. I will bench a Finizen. I will retreat my Pidgeot EX into Finizen and then use the Valiant Evolution, switching it to one of my bench Pokemon and finding an evolution Pokemon to evolve it into, which is a Palafin.
Okay. I will draw for turn. I will evolve my Wingull into Pelipper, and I'll use its Hearsay ability to search my discard pile for a supporter card. And I'll grab Boss's Orders.
Uh-oh.
I'll use the Boss's Orders to bring up your Pidgeot EX into the active spot.
I do not like this ship.
I'm gonna bench my Slitherwing, and I will use Gigantic Bolt, 140 damage. I will take 2 prize cards, and Thundurus does knock itself out. Pidgeot goes down, and I have to promote. I'm pretty sure I'm supposed to promote before I look at my prize cards, right? Always have to have an active. I'll send up the... It may be that you're supposed to promote first, actually.
Yeah.
I think that probably would make sense, right? And then I'm not supposed to have taken my prize cards. It's something like that.
I don't remember, but yeah, let's go with this. Palafin, get my prize cards.
Yep. Whoa. You only get 1 prize card, buddy.
And then I will...
Now, is that a penalty? Because you saw your...
I'll draw for turn. I'll evolve my Arctibax into Baxcalibur.
Yep.
Evolve my Finizen into Palafin.
Squad is here.
I'll attach TMD Evolution to Baxcalibur. Use the Super Cold to accelerate an energy to my benched Palafin. And then I'll play Youngster, shuffling my hand into my deck and drawing 5 new cards.
You're going to attach it to the active so you can have the option to de-evo my Pelipper. I think that'd be pretty good.
It'd be all right. It'd be an okay play. Solid for sure.
I'll tap.
All right, sounds good. I get 5 off of my Youngster here. I will play Great Ball, looking at the top 7 cards on my deck, taking any Pokemon I find there and adding it to my hand. Take Iron Treads EX.
I would have been so funny if you tried to attack with Iron Treads while Thundurus was in my active spot.
I gotta remember it exists. I might forget that. Play down Halucha using Flying Entry, dealing 10 damage to your Slitherwing, and put 10 on the Kangaskhan. I'll then use Jet Punch, dealing 30 damage to your active, nothing to the bench because of Thundurus' ability, and my TM Devo gets discarded.
Sounds good. I will draw to start my turn. I'll bench Koraidon EX and put Rock Chestplate on it. I'll use Ultra Ball. I'll choose to discard my Counter Catcher and my Cleffa to search my deck for any Pokemon and put it into my hand. I'll grab Wingull and I'll put it onto my bench.
Dude, not the Wingull again.
This could be a little risky, but I am gonna do it. I'm gonna put the Luxurious Cape on my active Thundurus. Then I'm gonna go for Judge. Both of us shuffle our hand into the deck, each draw 4 cards.
It definitely seems a little risky, but we'll see how it plays out for you here.
4 cards. I'm gonna attach a Fighting Energy from my hand to Slitherwing, and then I will use Dino Cry to end my turn, attaching 2 Fighting Energy from my discard pile to my basic Fighting Pokemon, and then my turn ends. You're up, Azul.
All right, I will draw for turn, play Boss's Orders on your Pelipper. Bring it to the active. I will then play Pal Pad, recovering Boss's Orders.
Can I just not play support Pokemon? Like, is that what I've got to do here? Like,
Play the Pal Pad, recovering Boss's Orders and Professor's Research, shuffling them into my deck. And I'll end my turn by using Jet Punch, dealing 30 damage to your active Pelipper, and I'll put 30 damage on your Wingull.
chasing the birds, man, is pretty rude, honestly.
The birds are kind of rude.
I'll draw for turn. I will just play Professor's Research to discard my hand and draw 7 new cards. I will then use Super Rod to shuffle 3 in any combination of Pokemon and Basic Energy from my discard pile back into my deck. And I will just bring back 2 Basic Lightning Energy. I'm going to put Town Store in play, and I'll use the Town Store. Oh, never mind.
You don't have any tools.
Ignore that.
Cut.
Cut. And then, Azul, I will just have to pass to you. No Fighting Energy to use Dino Cry, so you're up.
All right, I'll draw for turn. I'll go ahead and use Jack, search my deck for up to 2 evolution Pokemon, reveal them, and put them into my hand. I will grab a Palafin, and that is it. I will evolve my Finizen to a Palafin, and then I will use Jet Punch, dealing 30 damage to your active, and I'll put 30 damage on your Wingull.
Okay, I will draw for turn. It's just kind of unreasonable, honestly. I'll go for the Daisy's Help. I'll draw 2 cards, and then look at my face-down prize cards. I'll attach an energy for turn to my active Pelipper. I will evolve my benched Wingull into Pelipper, and I'll use Hearsay. Search my discard pile for a supporter card. I'll grab Boss's Orders.
Pretty rude, Chip, I'm not gonna lie.
Pass to you.
All right, Chip, I'll draw for turn. I'll play Daisy's Help, drawing 2 cards and looking at my face-down prize cards.
Matching my draw power, I see.
I will then use Jet Punch, dealing 30 damage to your active Pelipper, and I will put 30 damage onto your Kangaskhan EX.
Okay. I'll draw for turn. I will play Arven to search my deck for an item card and a Pokemon tool card, reveal them, and put them in my hand. Off the Arven, I'm just going to grab Pokegear 3.0, put it in my hand. And then I will pass.
All right, Chip, I'll draw for turn. I will Super Cold to my active Palafin and play Youngster, shuffling my hand into my deck and drawing 5 cards.
You're going to put me out of my misery? It's pretty rude.
And with that, Chip, I will pass over to you.
Man, that's rough. Forcing me to do something, huh? I'll play Great Ball, look at the top 7 cards, and put a Pokemon I find there into my hand. It's just like all energy cards. I'll grab the Iron Bundle and put it into my hand.
Ooh.
Azul, I will just pass.
Okay, Chip, I will draw for turn, bench Iron Treads, Super Cold 3 times to my Iron Treads,
Sheesh.
retreat my Palafin into my Iron Treads, and you know what? You were struggling last turn to get that energy you wanted for turn, so I'm gonna go ahead and Team Star Grunt the energy from your active Pelipper onto the top of your deck.
Okay.
And then I will triple laser to deal 30 to your Pelipper, 30 to
Oh, it doesn't do 30 to everything?
30 to your
Oh
Pelipper,
my gosh.
30 to your Kangaskhan, and
Okay.
30 to your Thundurus.
Oh, this is so sick, honestly. That play was so sick. I'm not even that mad. I'm a little mad. I will draw for turn, and this is kind of funny. All right, big play coming up here. I can't believe I even chose to play this card in my deck. Okay,
I'm ready for a Chip.
I'm gonna play Chantal. I flip a coin. If heads, I switch one of your benched Pokemon to the active spot. If tails, I switch my active Pokemon to the bench and switch a new Pokemon in.
This is big here, Chip. Let's see what you get.
It is tails, so I do get to switch. I'm just gonna switch into Koraidon EX. Probably
Sounds
what
good.
makes the most sense.
The Chantal was unexpected, that is for sure.
My one way to move a 2 retreat Pokemon out of the active spot. I mean, I totally have another way. Don't worry. I will attach an energy for turn to my Koraidon. Thank you for giving me that energy, by the way.
Of course. I do what I can.
And then I'll use Wild Impact for 220 damage. During my next turn, Koraidon cannot attack. And I do know what my prizes are, so I will take these two.
All right, I'm not gonna lie, Chip, that was rough. I did not expect the Chantal. It would have been nice if you had gotten heads. I will promote my Palafin with 2 energy on it and then draw for turn.
Is that last card like Penny in your hand?
Okay, that is something. I'll bench my Mew EX.
Not bad.
I will then use Restart on the Mew to draw 2 cards.
Okay.
I'll use Super Cold, accelerating a Water Energy to my Mew EX. I'll counter catcher up one of your Pelipers, and I will pass.
I'll draw for turn. It's like unreasonable, to be honest. Guess I can just kind of wait it out, though. I've got a pretty big lead, so I'm gonna use Boss's orders to bring up your Baxcalibur.
All right.
Anything you can do, I can do too, and I will pass.
All right, I will draw for turn. It's a good one. I'll play a Super Rod, recovering 3 basic water energy from my discard pile and shuffling them into my deck.
Okay. Now, I know you've got ways out of this. I guess really just Turo, probably.
I will then use the Restart of Mew to draw 2 cards. And with that, Chip, I will pass over to you.
Okay, draw for turn. Oh, thank goodness.
The missing piece.
Yeah, an energy card at least. I'll use Great Ball, look at the top 7 cards of my deck, put a Pokemon I find there into my hand. There is no Pokemon there. I'll attach an energy from my hand to my active Pelipper, and Azul, I will pass to you.
Sounds good, Chip. I will draw for turn. I will then use Baxcalibur's Super Cold to accelerate a water energy to it. And then I will Boss's Orders up your Pelipper.
Gosh.
I will Boss's Orders up your Pelipper and use the Restart of Mew EX to draw a card.
This is just... Am I going to run out of energy cards?
Pass over to you, Chip.
I'll draw for turn. Azul, I'll pass.
All right, Chip. I will draw for turn. I will play Professor's Research, discarding my hand and drawing 7 cards.
Okay. What the heck is that? You play Junk Hunt? Why?
Just in case.
That can't be right.
Hey, we're here, aren't we?
Yeah, I guess if you know that you're gonna just be able to infinitely stall up my Pelipers and can Junk Hunt for...
You know what it is, Chip. He laughs, realizing that's the situation. I'll play an Ultra Ball, discarding 2 rare candy, searching my deck for any Pokemon card, and put it into my hand. I will fail the Ultra Ball.
Okay. We gotta check the battery level of the mics after this because we've been going for so long.
I'll then attach a Bravery Charm to my Mew EX.
Okay.
Use a Super Cold to accelerate energy to my Baxcalibur, retreating it into my Mew EX. I will then play Super Rod, recovering 3 basic energy cards back to my deck.
Okay. What's the plan, buddy? Where do we go from here?
I'm cooking. Cut if you want.
You might be burning it.
And then I will use Restart to draw 2 cards. I'll play Earthen Vessel, discarding Clavel, searching my deck for up to 2 basic energy cards.
Okay.
Revealing them and then putting them into my hand. I will Super Cold these to my Mew EX and use Genome Hacking to copy the Wing Attack, knocking out your Pelipper EX.
Pelipper goes down. Get 1 prize. 5 total cards left.
3.
All right, Azul, and I think that should do it because I can promote my Koraidon EX. I'll draw for turn and I will bench my Iron Bundle.
Oh, the bundle.
I'll use the Hyper Blower. You have to send something up.
I should have waited 1 more turn.
And then
it doesn't matter what I send up.
And then I'll Wild Impact for my last prize. We're going to game 3. Holy cow.
I could have played Ion on the next turn. I should have waited 1 more turn.
I don't know if you could have ever actually won, though.
If you don't have bundle, I would just win eventually.
Sure. I was gonna check the battery level of the mics. Oh, shoot.
All right, Chip, these have been some long games, but it's been entertaining so far.
It's been very entertaining. I hope the people watching are enjoying it as much as I've enjoyed playing them. It's been kind of ridiculous, to be honest. So, Azul, game 3, you did lose. You're gonna go first or second in game 3?
It's tough. I don't think you have anything that can effectively donk me. So if I can get a turn 2 Palafin, that would be pretty good, but I still feel like going second is gonna give me a better chance of just stabilizing, setting up and getting going, getting to my main Pokemon, finding the Pidgeot, utilizing Cleffa early. So I think I lean towards... Oh, that's tough actually. I didn't think about this for a second. I'm actually not sure.
I'm done shuffling, so you gotta make a call.
Do you have a guy that can donk a Finizen?
I can Ultra Ball away an energy and Sada it to my Slitherwing.
Oh, I don't think I play around that. I think if it happens, it happens. I think I'm gonna go ahead and choose second here, Chip.
Okay.
Just play it safe, I guess. There are some like pretty powerful plays you can do on your first turn as well, like the Turbo Energize, or even just if you go second, you have a higher chance of like pulling off a big Koraidon play.
True. That's what I was trying to go for in the last game.
Yeah, but it was prized.
So I'm going first, correct?
That is correct, Chip. Let's get into it.
Good luck, Azul.
You too, bud.
I start the Ditto. I will draw for turn.
The Ditto is pretty good.
And I will just go ahead and use the Ditto. I'll use Transformative Start since it is my first turn. If it is in the active spot, I can search my deck for a basic Pokemon and swap it with the Ditto, and then discard the Ditto and all attached cards. I will discard the Ditto in favor of Thundurus.
The almighty Thundurus is back.
Here he is. I will bench Wingull, and I'm snake bitten by the Erica's Invitation, so I will bench Slitherwing as well. And I'll attach for turn to the Thundurus and pass.
All right, Chip, sounds good. I will draw for turn. From there, I'll bench Finizen, and Frigibax.
Who needs Clavel, buddy?
Who needs Clavel? And to go with that, actually, I will go ahead and use the Call for Family of my Pidgey, search my deck for 2 basic Pokemon, and then put them onto my bench.
Not too bad.
And I will go to my way to get Mew-EX and Cleffa.
Okay, Mew-EX getting into the mix right away. I will draw for turn. I will play Energy Search my deck for a basic energy card, reveal it, put it into my hand, shuffle the deck after. I'll get a basic Lightning Energy. I'll attach basic Lightning Energy to my active. I will put the Town Store in play as the Stadium card, and then I'll play Professor's Research to discard my hand and draw 7 new cards. How likely is it that you have Rare Candy Pidgeot in your hand? I almost don't even want to, because that would be pretty good if I did this. You ain't got it like that. I'll use the Town Store, search my deck for a tool card and put it into my hand. Off of Town Store, I'll grab the Luxurious Cape. I'll attach Luxurious Cape to the Thundurus, and I will go for the Gigantic Bolt for the knockout. I do take 90 damage.
Sounds good, Chip. I'm going to go ahead and promote my Cleffa here. Draw for turn. Ooh, okay. That is actually a pretty good top deck. I'll use the Town Store myself, go ahead and search my deck for a tool card. I'll grab the TM De-Evolution and add it to my hand. Then I will play Great Ball, looking at the top 7 cards of my deck, taking any Pokemon I find there and adding it to my hand, and I will take Baxcalibur.
Hold up. You're getting a little too excited there, buddy.
I do have Rare Candy Baxcalibur in my hand,
Yeah,
Chip.
thanks, buddy. I realize.
Then I will play Rare Candy, turning my Frigibax into a Baxcalibur. I will bench Ice QEX,
Oh my gosh.
attach TM De-Evolution to my Cleffa, and then use Restart to draw 2 cards.
Slow down.
Oof, it's a tough choice, actually. I will Super Cold and Energy from my hand to my Finizen, and then play Youngster. Shuffling my hand into my deck, and then drawing 5 new cards.
Sounds good. Youngster's making it pretty deep into the Evolution series, buddy.
Yeah. 2, 3, 4, 5. Palafin number 1.
Okay.
Palafin number 2. And Super Cold.
What a turn. Holy cow.
I will then retreat my Cleffa to my Palafin, and Justice Kick to KO your Thundurus, Chip. Give myself 2 prize cards.
That is a pretty crazy turn, I'm not gonna lie. I will promote Slitherwing to the active and draw for turn. I will bench my Miraidon EX.
Oh boy.
Haven't seen that guy yet. Then I'm gonna go for Town Store, search my deck for a tool card, put it in my hand. Off the Town Store, I will grab the Rock Chestplate.
That is a wee bit annoying.
People were talking about in the comments of the last episode how we have to like ban Charizard EX because like our decks were just gonna be mirror matches through the rest of the series, and then look at what we've gone with here.
They were just scared of like the potential future.
Yeah, sure. I'll attach the Technical Machine Turbo Energize to my active. I'll attach for turn, and then I will go for the Turbo Energize to search my deck for 2 basic energy cards and put them onto one of my Pokemon. And I'll put 2 basic Lightning Energy to my Miraidon EX.
Pretty good, not gonna lie. The boy's getting set up. All right, I'll draw for turn. Don't forget to get rid of your Turbo Energize there, Chip.
Of course.
I'll then activate your Town Store, thank you very much, to grab myself a Bravery Charm. I'll attach the Bravery Charm to my Mew-EX, and then I will play Judge. We both shuffle our hands into our decks and then draw 4 cards.
4 cards apiece.
And with that, Chip, I will Jet Punch, dealing 30 damage to your active Pokemon, and I will put 30 damage onto your Miraidon EX.
Makes sense. I'll draw for turn as well. I will use the Town Store, search my deck for a tool card, put it in my hand. I'll grab Technical Machine Devolution. I'll use Arven, search my deck for an item and Pokemon tool card, reveal them, and then put them in my hand. I'll grab just the Energy Search though, And then I will play the energy search to get a basic fighting energy and put it in my hand. I'll play Super Odd to shuffle 3 in any combination of Pokemon and basic energy cards from my discard pile into the deck. I'll put back a Pelipper and 2 lightning energy.
The return of the Pelipper.
He's back.
I assume you did not get any ancient capsules by the lack of me seeing them so far.
You would be correct. I also did not get any future Pokemon to use my future booster energy capsule that I pulled. Attach return to my Slitherwing. I'll attach Rock Chestplate to my active. And then I'll go for the Burning Turbulence. 120 damage, 90 to myself. You are burned as well.
Let's see if I heal from this burn. I do not, so I go up to 140 here.
Well, you go to 140 anyway.
Yeah. And I will draw for turn.
Look at this guy,
I am going to be retreating my Pelipper.
Yeah.
I'll start my turn by playing Pokemon Catcher.
It's still in the deck.
Flip a coin if heads, bring up one of your bench Pokemon to the active.
I low-key thought you didn't even have it anymore.
Heads, give me the Wingull.
Okay, we're doing this again, buddy, really?
Yes, I'm a big fan of Wingull. Then I will play Bilge Transfer, looking at the top 8 cards on my deck, and then I can reveal any Pokemon I find there and put them into my hand. Fail the Bilge Transfer, not drawing into any cards. I will then go back into my deck, playing Earthen Vessel to discard a Palafin, searching my deck for 2 basic energy cards. Then I'll use Super Cold, attaching 2 energy to my Mew EX, and then use Restart to draw 2 cards.
Okay.
I will then retreat my Palafin to my Cleffa.
Yep.
And use Grasping Draw to draw cards until I have 7 in my hand, drawing 4.
Makes sense. I'll draw for turn. I'll use Great Ball to look at the top 7 cards of the deck, reveal a supporter I find there, put it in my hand, and I'll grab Iono and put it in my hand. I will attach a Technical Machine Devolution to my active Wingull.
Wait, how'd you get the Iono? I'm tripping.
Dude, I'm tripping. Holy cow.
Did you have a Pokegear?
No,
Oh, you played Great Ball and got...
I played Great Ball and got Iono. Dude, I don't even know if there was Pokemon in there. I'm not even gonna lie.
Just shuffle into a new 7.
Dude, I'm sorry. I was thinking like, oh, Wingull,
You're looking at 7.
Pelipper gets me, Great Ball for Pelipper, Pelipper gets me my supporter.
You just saw the supporter and you're like, I'm in, maybe, let's go.
I'm sorry.
You're good.
I really genuinely do not remember if there was Pokemon there.
It does not matter.
Okay.
I'm good.
Delete all that. I'll play Great Ball, look at the top 7 cards on my deck, reveal a Pokemon I find there, and put it into my hand. And I will grab Pelipper from that.
Smellipper has returned.
Pelipper is here. I'll evolve my Wingull into Pelipper, use its Hearsay ability, search my deck for a supporter card, put it into my hand, and I will grab the Iono from the Hearsay.
My Cleffa just put in a lot of work. It's kind of unfortunate. You are such a hater of Cleffa. I didn't know that was like...
I'm pretty anti-Cleffa, not gonna lie.
I didn't know about that.
I'm also gonna attach Technical Machine Devolution, and then I'll play the Iono.
Sounds good.
I draw 5, you draw 4. I'll attach an energy for turn to my Wingull, and then Azul, I will use Devolution. Bring the Palafins and the Baxcalibur all up to your hand, and then the Finizen gets knocked out, so I take a prize card.
Tying things up, that made things definitely gonna make things interesting here. I'll go ahead and draw for turn. Evolve my Finizen back into a Palafin.
Okay.
I will then attach a water energy from hand to my Mew EX. I'm gonna go ahead and use Town Store. Searching my deck for a tool card, I will go ahead and grab a Luxurious Cape and add it to my hand. I'm gonna use my Pal Pad to recover Bilge Transfer and Youngster, and shuffling both of those into my deck.
I think that's the first time this series that Pal Pad has not gotten back a boss's orders, I'm not gonna lie.
And then I will play my own Iono, shuffling my hand, putting it on the bottom of the deck, and drawing 4 cards.
Shuffles my hand as well, and I will also get 4 cards.
And then I'm gonna go ahead and use Grasping Draw to draw 3 cards.
Okay. I will draw for turn. I'll use Great Ball to look at the top 7 cards on my deck, reveal a Pokemon I find there, put it into my hand. I'll grab a Wingull. Low-key don't want to put it in play. I can deal with one fella getting stuck constantly. I don't know about 2. I'm gonna attach for turn to the active, and I will just pass.
All right, sounds good, Chip. I'm gonna go ahead and draw for turn. And that's pretty good.
Oh my gosh.
I'm gonna go ahead and play Jack here.
Okay.
Searching my deck for 2 evolution cards, grabbing a Baxcalibur and a Palafin and adding them to my hand. And while I'm in here, I'm gonna use the Town Store and grab a Luxurious Cape as well.
Okay.
I will then rare candy my Frigibax into a Baxcalibur. I will play a Superior Energy Retrieval, getting rid of Palafin and Iron Treads to recover up to 4 basic water energy. I only have 3 in here, so I will recover 3, add those to my hand. I'll then go ahead and use these super cold, so accelerate 2 of them onto my Palafin. I will then retreat my Cleffa into the Palafin and use a Justice Kick to knock out your Pelipper for a prize card.
I will promote Slitherwing, and I will draw for turn. I'm gonna bench Sandy Shocks. I'll use its ability Magnetic Absorption, since you have less than 4 prizes remaining, and bring back a Fighting Energy card from my discard pile to it. I will bench Wingull, and I'm going to use Stomp Off to discard the top card of your deck.
Sounds good, Chip. Let's see if it's a big one.
Your favorite card.
It is my favorite card.
All right, you're up.
Okay, interesting play, Chip. I'm not gonna lie, it's definitely interesting. I'm curious to see what comes of it. I'll go ahead and draw for turn. I will play Bale's Transfer, looking at the top 8 cards on my deck, taking any Pokemon I find there and adding them to my hand. Some could call this Squad. As I will take Pidgeot EX, Finizen, Pidgey, Halucha, and Rotom.
Okay, that is Squad for sure.
Bench a Finizen, and Jet Punch, dealing nothing to your active, and I'll put 30 on your Wingull.
I'll draw for turn. I will play Judge. Each player shuffles their hand into the deck and draws 4 cards.
Sounds good, Chip.
Sandy Shock's Magnetic Absorption to bring in energy back from my discard to my Sandy Shocks. I will then play Super Rod, shuffle 3 an inning combination of Pokemon and basic energy cards from my discard pile into my deck. From the Super Rod, I'll just bring back a basic Lightning Energy and a Pelipper.
Sounds good.
I'm gonna use Counter Catcher to bring up your Ice Q EX. And then I'm gonna go for the Burning Turbulence, which deals 120 damage. You are burned. The Slitherwing gets knocked out.
Yeah.
We'll go to the discard pile. You'll get a prize card, and I will promote the Sandy Shocks EX.
It's an aggressive play there, Chip.
Aggressive times call for aggressive measures.
Go ahead and draw for turn. Play Great Ball. Looking at the top 7 cards on my deck, taking a Pokemon I find there and adding it to my hand. I'll go ahead and grab the Pidgeot EX. I will be returning to my deck with an Ultra Ball, discarding Pidgey and Pidgeot EX. We've given up on the birds in this one. Searching my deck for any one Pokemon card and adding it to my hand, and I will acquire another Palafin. And then, Chip, you're really not going to like this next play from me. I will evolve my Finish into a Palafin, and then I will Super Cold 2 Energy onto my Ice Q EX. Restart to draw 2 cards, where I will draw into...
No way.
Boss's Orders on your Miraidon, retreating my Ice Q into the Mew EX, and then the Genome Hacking to copy the Miraidon's Photon Blaster. I thought I said Rotom Blaster to draw my last 2 prize cards.
GG, buddy. Jeez. That was a crazy set, I'm not gonna lie.
That was a good one.
This is like what I envisioned the Evolution Series games would be like from the beginning, I think. All right, let me ask you, what do you think about my deck?
I don't know if you would have beaten Charizard, I'm not gonna lie. You're just hitting, but you're not hitting like hard enough. Because I would have had a, well, you don't know I would have gotten a Turo, but I would have had Turo in my Charizard. So.
I would have assumed you got a Turo because I didn't pull a Turo.
So it's gotta be somewhere.
Surely there was a Turo in that booster box, you know?
Yeah, so I don't know if this would have still been able to beat Charizard just because my Charizard build was still pretty aggressive, but this would be better up against decks that can't have no one-hit potential.
Yeah.
But Charizard does get there eventually. But I think this match specifically is really, really cool because I don't think we should be trying to predict what the other person is doing. We should just build a strong archetype with good options, which is what we both did, I think, here.
Well, was the Palafin not in part because you assumed I would probably play Skeleturge?
No, I just had a 4/4 Paladin.
Well, you had that last time too, you know?
Yeah, I know. But I had the Charizard too. I want to use the Charizard Pidgeot. I didn't have that the time before. But literally, while I was building the Charizard deck last time, I was like, I think I'm gonna go Palafin next time. Because I had a 4/4. I was like, all right, I think I'm gonna do something with Palafin.
I stuck you in the first game, your Palafin active for turn. Why do you have Switch in your card pool, right? Why did you not play a Switch in your deck?
I think it would be necessary. If you're not KOing my Palafin, I should be winning. I have a Turo though, like I have one.
Yeah, sure.
Also, I can hard retreat backs and just like reset up. Switch is a pretty low value card, but yeah, it wouldn't have been terrible. There's a couple times where I would have liked it.
Yeah, my deck did not feel great.
It was that or Erica's Invitation, so.
Probably could have just stuck with my Charizard deck. I did pull another Charmander from my 151 pack, so I do have 2 Charmander now at least.
That's why I played the Team Devo, because I was like, well, if you do stick with the Charizard route, I think I have the edge I can beat you with Palaf and Devo. Just spread and then Devo your big guys.
All right, Azul. Well, I will get a few pity packs to work with next time of this set. I'm not too upset about that. This set is like pretty decent. Gives me a shot to get things like Turo and Earthen Vessel, which I didn't get last time.
Yeah, the energy search were kind of pitiful every time you'd go get one.
I had to do what I had to do, brother.
I only got one vessel myself. I actually got like 2 or 3 ancient capsules, which would have been pretty good for your basic Pokemon.
Yeah.
That would have been annoying.
I got 2 Frostlass EX, 0 Snorunt.
Oh no! Ooh, the switch up though potential because the Frostlass is pretty good, right?
Frostlass is okay. It does 140 and then like 20 to the bench. And
it's also a grass type, yeah.
It's a grass type, and it only gives up 1 prize when it's KO'd by damage from an attack.
Is it on it's on a flip though, right?
No, I think that's just its ability. I could be wrong.
I'm pretty sure one of them flips to do that. It might be that one. I mean, there's a lot we can do with. I could just go back to Charizard Pidgeot, right?
Yeah.
So it's really hard to predict moving forward, which I think is really, really cool, especially because we set the standard of we're willing to not just play with our Charizards. Like we're willing to make the adjustment, so it'll make things more interesting in the next one.
All right, Azul, GG.
GG's, bud.